What's up, guys? MrGimms back again. I want to talk about the latest chapter that came into Dead by Daylight, Forged in Fog, which brought to us Vittorio, which is the survivor, and the Knight, which is the killer. And we knew going into this that the Knight still wasn't super strong, that being the underlying tone of the video. But how strong or how bad I actually thought he'd be, another story completely. So guys, I ended up playing about 10 games of this guy live on stream on Twitch. You can check me out if you'd like. I'm live right now. Description below, have a look. Where we're still going to be, testing the Knight further to maybe come up with some undiscoverable power that he has. But I want to go into why I think this killer is bad and why I think he's bad 6 years into the game. He's bad because he gives off too much information to any survivor that's going against him, and you can shake this up. You can use his power to break pallets, send out the Knights to break pallets, or you can do it in a loop, or you can sort of make a track and break gens and things like that. And I am doing that a little bit more here and there. I am breaking pallets more with him, and I am finding mixed degrees of success. Just depends on the game. It depends on the map. Jesus Christ, it depends on the map. And it depends on the survivors you're facing. But ultimately, he's not so good. Gens are flying ridiculously fast. I'm running about 3 gen perks on the average. But when you get a survivor friends that are on comms, absolutely brutal, it's pretty much over. This guy has no legs to stand on. He is good at one thing. And this is like, I've checked out 6 or 7 other people's streams and I've asked them the same question. He's really good at camping. You can basically just plonk one of your Knights at the hook and have him do the job for you. God forbid if you get a basement, especially on the new map, it's pretty much over. It doesn't look good. It's actually quite disgusting because he might take the mantle of Bubba, but maybe not. The insta down is pretty strong, but new basement, baby. Oh, wow. It's so nice in here. I just want to stay in here all game. Basement camp. Go on, Knights. Go on. He camps well. His main power, or where it comes from, is camping. And that's so sad. Again, 6 years into the lifespan of this game. It's very disappointing to see because I thought we were sort of trying to get away from these things. But it turns out that's not the case. Again, just going back to his power as well, gives off too much information. You can see the green orb moving around the map. You can hear it as well. You can also see the Knight kneeling down. I mean, this is just, to me, this is GG easy mode. If you have cover, if you break line of sight, great. But guess what? Out of that line of sight comes the green orb. So it kind of destroys it. And I don't think you're supposed to use his power that way because it goes back to many other former discussions where people are saying his power is going against him. But also with his banner, it's a random placement, obviously, when you do place down your power, when you get a Knight out. And yeah, great, it's random, but a survivor can still, run through the banner and get that endurance and that speed boost. It's only happened to me like 3 times, so not a massive problem yet, I haven't discovered. But moving along, I want to talk about the perks. Haven't really noticed a massive usage of the perks yet on either side. For me, myself, I'm using Nowhere to Hide a lot as the killer, with the Knight as well. And that gives me the advantage of when I kick a gen, or if I'm kicking a gen, I can tell where other survivors are. This kind of does go against using the build I have though, because I don't want to use kicking gen perks. So I'm using things like Eruption, Scorch Hook Pain, but I want to use, Call the Brine and things like that, but it's just too slow. Like this guy, it's too slow. So, it's kind of a good perk if you're using those kicking perks, but you're also losing out at the same time. But it's still a good perk. It will find its place somewhere in this game, which is nice. Survivor perks, I'm just going to straight up say it, fog-wise, is absolutely brilliant. It's great for solo. It'll be good for Survivor friends, but obviously they have that information. They're able to tell their friends where the killer is, what's happening at the time. You have that constant information. So I'm not sure if it's going to be any sort of added beneficial use, but I think this perk was used primarily for solo players. I think it's just sort of that extra boost, and it's crazy. Great skill check, and you get an URA reading for 4 seconds of where the killer is. I think it's pretty good. There are perks like it, you know, like alert and things like that, but I think this is a very strong perk, and it wasn't addressed at all by the dev team. They just sort of just went, yep, it's coming in, and there was no discussion. All right, cool. I got to talk about the map, the new map. Yes, they toned down the saturation, that reddish hue. It is very dark. It does come across as dark a lot of the time, but what happened with the pallets, devs? What happened here? There is about 100. I might be embellishing that a little bit. There's like 100 safe pallets, it seems. It's absolutely ridiculous. Not only that, this map has sort of 2 kind of Killer Shack-esque tiles, which is ridiculous on its own. But not only that, you'll have like a run of like 3 or 4 pallets running into a really safe window. Window? What's happening? Window? And this is just ridiculous. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. This is like the new game. It's just safe palette heaven, and needs to be toned down. Not sure what the hell happened here in sort of development of this map, but apart from that, I really like it. I actually like the idea of it. It looks bigger than it is. A lot of people are saying it's massive. I don't think it's massive. I mean, I haven't tested how big it is yet, but it looks big because it's sort of that open feel. But I do like the map, and I like the tiles. The pallets are ridiculous, devs. Let's go. Come on. So coming out of this on my first day of streaming this game, his strengths come from camping. That to me is like his main strength. His 3-gen strat, yes, is very strong. He can be an absolute pain in the ass to finish the game. I think that's why they added the perks with Vittorio, the potential energy, where you can stack up 20% of a gen, you know, make sure you don't get hit, but you can pretty much 20% of gen straight away. I think that's why that came in there, because his 3-gen is really frustrating at times. I mostly found him boring to play towards the end of it, and also very boring to go against, because as a survivor, you're just being camped every game. And again, with this dev team, are you all having a laugh at this point? Because I thought we were trying to get away from the tunneling, the camping, you know, that sort of meta. We're trying to break it in, so we're going for longer games, you know, more fun games, more excitement, more chases, more hooks. I thought that's what we're going for. This chapter just seems to be sort of like a hard no from the devs. So I do ask, is this the worst chapter or killer that we've had in 6 years? And one last thing I want to add as well, and I think this is really important and it's telling, is we all remember what happened to the Ringu, Sadako. We all remember what happened to her. She was a killer that was fun, interesting, but she gave too much information out to the survivors. What happened to her? I see one every 2 months now. And if that isn't a lesson in itself, I have no idea what these devs are doing. It's sort of just like, that'll do, just push it out sort of thing. So overall, I'm a little bit disappointed. I think it's a lackluster chapter. I think it will I think it'll be remembered for that. But you know, aesthetically and everything else, this map is awesome. The survivor looks good. The kill looks good. I really, really, really want to like this chapter, but I feel it's a hit, and it's sadly a big miss from me. That's just one man's opinion. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember to drop your opinion down below in the comments. You know I read them. And remember, you can also catch me live right now over on Twitch. Further testing, further sweat, further camping. It's going to be a great time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Happy DLC, I guess. And I'll see you in the next one.